Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Whether you're here for the first time or you've been here before, you are welcome. Thank you for joining me in today's video. So we're just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna be sharing with you guys a few things that I do with my locks that may not necessarily be conventional or expected or popular, which is okay because everyone has what they do and what they like. So regardless of what the other person is doing, I like to do the things that I like to do, and I find them very comforting and very me. So this video is not intended to talk you into doing what I do or convince you about anything. I'm just sharing my own experience with my Sisterlocks. I absolutely enjoy having Sisterlocks. I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. This is the best I have felt when it comes to hair in general. Honestly, hair is a confidence booster. Whether or not you agree, hair is definitely a confidence booster. And when you feel like you have either the right hair or the right hairstyle or whatever it is, you tend to feel a little different. You walk different, you dress differently, So for me, Sisterlocks is just that. I really enjoy having my locks. It has made my get ready time a lot shorter. It has made me honestly more confident. It has made me just more myself because I know that what I have on my head is my natural hair, so there's no insecurity there. It's all mine. So I'm grateful to God for that. Number one thing I consider a not so conventional um, thing that I do is that I do not always wash my hair with shampoo. And I can't exactly say for sure that this is the reason, but I just use whatever works. I and sometimes I use bar soap, but it's not bar soap that's like that dries you out, but it's bar soap that is infused with olive oil and has some like castor oil and some other ingredients in it. But I don't always use shampoo. Shampoo is nice, but I just have stuff in my house and I'm like, I actually can use this. And thinking of it, my upbringing wasn't very flamboyant. There are times you can have like soap that is used for like dishes. The same soap you use for your body and for your hair, the same soap you use for washing your clothes. We didn't have the luxury back then of having like shampoo separately, conditioner separately, and all the other products we have today. Back then it was one product for literally everything, which is crazy because it was so simple. Life was so simple back then, and but today you have different products for different things, which a lot of it I think is marketing, and I think it's just a way for people to make money. While I do understand that, certain products actually do, take care of certain things that people might be struggling with, let's say sensitive skin or whatever it is, but I think a lot of the time, these new products in the market are just it's all just to make money. I grew up with very little and we made do. We didn't get sick as often. We did not, my hair, I didn't lose hair, even though we used one product for literally everything. It wasn't like we had any bad allergy or whatever, but now it's just so many things in the market. You don't know exactly what ingredients go into what, so I'm like, okay, no one says shampoo is the only thing you can use to wash your hair. you know it's just now that everything is advanced, we're making money, everybody's coming up with a different version of this. Oh, this is all natural. Oh, this is, without oils. This is with oils, so it's just crazy to me. But I use bar soap sometimes to wash my hair, and the one that I use right now is called Dudu Olson, which is black soap. I grew up with that soap. That was actually one of the soaps we use for almost everything. Maybe not for dishes, but we use it for literally almost everything. For your hair, for your body, for your clothes too. Yeah, I remember black soap very well, and I'm using it right now for my hair. There are times I use shampoo, but not all the time. There are times I use shampoo and the black soap or any other bar soap I find in the house, or I just use bar soap by itself. So yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing now is I brush my locks. Not comb, brush my locks. And I've shared this before in a video that I did on my wash routine, but I do this pretty often. So it's locks, right? And it's gonna be very hard for you to get rid of every single lint buildup or any single thing you see in your hair that is not your actual hair. So I can't describe it, but Those who don't have lengths in their hair, good for you, okay? I have lengths in certain areas of my hair, especially the back right here because of clothing and stuff. I have lengths. So what do I do? Each time I wash my hair, I will go gently because I have a two-sided brush. One side is hard, the other side is soft. So I go with a two-sided brush and I use the soft side and I just brush my locks when I wash it, right? So actually not every time I wash my hair, I take that back, every month because I wash my hair every 2 weeks. So every month I go in with the brush and I just gently brush through my locks, right? So you means you have to be patient and you have to part your hair to be able to do that. What that does for me is the little lints and things that I can't necessarily see or catch with my hands, somehow the brush will pick it up. It may not pick up everything, but somehow it will pick up a few things. So that is why I do brush my hair. Some people say you can color your hair to get rid of lints. I don't want to color my hair. Why? Because I am yet to find a product that I feel like is absolutely natural and will not damage my locks. I really like my locks and I'm invested in keeping my locks healthy. So if coloring is going to change that, I don't want it. Okay? Throw the colors away. I'm not coloring my hair. Even if it's black, I don't care. I'm not coloring my hair. So yeah, I do go ahead and brush my hair in the shower every month just to make sure, any buildup, any lint, whatever it is may have, entered into my hair. At least I'm able to take off, some of it, if not everything. All right. So the third thing that I do with my locks is I trim them. And when I say trim, I don't mean like trimming the ends or like little weird pieces that are kind of like out of the lock. I mean like I actually trim like my locks. You know how sometimes you see frizz? There are times I just go and just trim like the ends for the locks, like little strands of hair that kind of like get out of the locks. I trim them off because I self retire and it's a lot of work. Oh my gosh. Self retire is a lot of work, but I'm not able to like address every single lock in detail to fix any flyaway or whatever, right? So I don't know if you guys have ever had braids, right? Um, when I used to grow up, braiding my hair, the braider would go in with scissors on each braid and just kind of trim like hair that's just not in the braid, just on the corners. Or they might burn it, but it's my natural hair. I'm not burning it. So I trim it. But I don't do that for every part of my hair. I mostly do it on the top because I like my locks to be fine and clean. But I don't do it at every retie. So you guys please don't hound me. I don't do it during every retie. I do it sometimes when I feel like it. And other times it is what it is. I've said this before, freeze is not necessarily a bad thing. I enjoy my hair being frizzy, but when it's overly frizzy, I try to tame it. And if I'm not able to tame it, I find a quick fix, which is trimming the flyaways. So yeah, it works for me and I'm gonna keep doing it until I can't do it anymore. So now I remember starting this video saying that I am not recommending anything. So if you go and trim your own locks by yourself, auntie, you're on your own. No, please don't involve me. I did not send you. I did not push you. You are on your own. These are just things that I do on my own with my locks that I just happen to do. And honestly, I've not had any issues with them. So yeah. And then finally, I do not always do a 4-point rotation on my hair. Neither do I always do a 3-point rotation on my hair. Sometimes I do a 2-point. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I know, people like to stick to certain routines, which is very good. I do my reties myself, and I'm gonna keep saying this. It's not it's not the easiest thing to do, having to pay very detailed attention to every lock. I try as much as possible to make sure that every lock gets the love it deserves, but sometimes I'm just overwhelmed. And I feel like I'm ready to have someone else do my lock, but I'm also afraid that they will not do it well. I'm also afraid that something's just gonna go wrong. because I'm literally leaving my hair in the hands of someone else, someone I don't know, someone who is a professional. But even professionals get it wrong sometimes. So I really want to let go, but right now I do my reties so well. I feel like nobody can do it better than me, which is not the truth, which is false. But I'm just a little paranoid about someone else touching my hair at this point because yeah. Well, I digress. Getting back to what I said, I don't always do a 4 point. I've gone between 3 and 4 points from time to time, but there are times though, I just do a 2 point and keep it moving because I find that depending on what part of my hair I'm doing, it's easier to just do certain rotations than to do a complete 4 point or 3 point rotation. The 4 point rotation requires a little more patience because you're going in different directions as opposed to a 2 point rotation that's just two movements. So in, down, or whatever. A 2 point is just the how would I explain this? The manipulation you do with a 2 point is a lot easier compared to a 4 point. A 4 point doing a self retie, you're going in different directions, and that's a lot of work for my arms, for my neck, because I have to bend and things like that. So I change rotations from time to time. I'm doing a 4 point today. I'm doing a 3 point. I mostly stick, I'll be honest with you guys, I mostly stick with a 4 point and 3 point. But I do a 2 point sometimes. But I do a 2 point on my strongest locks because I know those ones are in there. They're not likely to move. But for the more not weak, but the more, I don't know what the word is, but for the other locks that are not like so strong and stable, I do a 4 point because I feel like a 4 point would make it a little more tight. And yeah. So, well, those are the four things that I do with my locks that may not necessarily be very conventional in the lock community or with hair in general. So, yeah, don't criticize me, guys. It's my hair, okay? So don't be bothered about what someone else is doing with their own hair. Worry about yourself, okay? Just worry about yourself. But yeah, that's it. I just thought to share all of this with you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave in the comments if you have things you actually do with your own hair that may not necessarily be conventional or popular in the lock community. I would love to hear, and also, of course, share with other people who are also on this platform who may come across this video. Um, yeah, yeah, that's it. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Oh, before we go, listen, I want to share my hair with you guys because I just got my curls done about 2 days ago and I love it. I really do love it. I tend not to use the word love for things because I think love is a heavy word. I like to, keep the word love for people, for, persons, God. But it's hard not to use it for my hair because my hair looks good. My hair looks good. So yeah, I'm really loving pipe cleanup curls, guys. I'm really loving it. The process is tedious because this took me about 2.5 hours to install and took me about an hour and a half to undo it. Can I just do my hair in 30 minutes and be done? Well, this is gonna last me for 4 weeks, so it's okay. I'm not complaining. It's worth it. But let me know how good I look in the comments. My hair, because yeah. All right, that sounded very considered. Thank you guys so much for joining me again. The Lord bless you. Have a wonderful week. Bye.